Welcome to our show, Near-Death Experiences, Exploring Heavens and the Afterlife, Part 18 of a multi-part series. For centuries, humans have had a mystical curiosity about the afterlife. We have many questions and always wonder what is there for us after we leave this physical body and journey beyond death. Today, we have the incredible privilege of hearing firsthand from people who have had near-death experiences, or NDEs. These individuals have visited the other side and are here to share their life-changing experiences with us. In this series, we explore their NDEs and hear about their personal experience of meeting God and traveling to the afterlife. Today's program features Sharon Milliman, a four-time near-death experiencer and author. Ms. Milliman has shared her NDEs on major television programs such as the Dr. Oz Show and the National Geographic Channel's Return of the Dead.
In it,
I purposely looked down the front of my body. I could see my clothes, I could see my feet, I could see my hair, but there was no weight to my body at all.
She has also comforted many people about the dying process by speaking at churches, hospitals, hospice groups, and meetings for the International Association for Near-Death Studies, or IANDS. In this program, we will highlight Ms. Milliman's second near-death experience, where she was taken on a tour of heaven, reunited with deceased family members, and had profound conversations with God. In 2005, Ms. Milliman was talking on a cordless phone outside her home in the rain when thunder clapped from the sky and a bolt of lightning shot straight down into her arm.
The next thing I know, my spirit is just peeling up out of me like you're peeling a banana, and it just peeled right up out.
Then a large, loving presence appeared to her.
I couldn't see this presence, but I could feel this presence, and he was huge, 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 big, as big as the house. And it just wrapped me up. You know, it was like being wrapped in this soft, warm blanket. It just filled every cell in my body. I felt like there was light coming out of every pore in my body, and I was just filled with this love I could never put into words.
This loving presence took Miss Milliman's soul on an incredible journey through the afterlife.
We went through these beautiful pink and gold clouds. They were magnificent. The clouds were just lined with gold. You know, they were pink and fluffy and just absolutely the most magnificent things you've ever seen in your life.
Miss Milliman then found herself in front of a glorious garden.
The colors were so beautiful, and there were flowers everywhere, and I heard birds, and, you know, there were animals, and there was a stream, and that stream sparkled like diamonds. The water was blue. It was so beautiful.
Then two men appeared in front of Miss Milliman to greet her.
I first thought they were angels. They were young men about between 25 and 30. They were glowing. They were beautiful. When they smiled, it was like, I know who you are. These were my two brothers who had died when they were babies, and now they were fully grown men, and they looked just like my dad when my dad was a young man. And we just had this wonderful family reunion. It was just amazing.
It feels so uplifting to know we will reunite with our loved ones once our life on earth is finished. Sharon Milliman, alongside her two brothers and the huge loving presence she calls God, then watched her live review.
This is a black and white screen, an old-fashioned movie on an old-fashioned movie reel, and this was my life review.
Many other family members in heaven came to this event, all to provide support to Miss Milliman as she watched her live review.
I was like, I know them and they know me, but I didn't know from where I knew them from. And they were from all different time periods.
Miss Milliman watched her entire life unfold from the time she was born until the moment she had been struck by lightning. Once it was over, God shared with her a very important message.
I heard God's voice. It was a man's voice. It was a gentle voice. It wasn't booming and angry. It was a gentle voice, but he said, what you put out into the universe will come back to you.
During her near-death experience, Miss Milliman was taken on a tour of heaven.
There was this beautiful city, and in the middle of the city was this building that had a beautiful golden dome. It was huge. So I'm standing in this garden, and there was also a fieldstone wall that had beautiful pink roses growing up and over the wall. And I know God put that there because I love pink roses.
As Miss Milliman continued her journey through heaven, she discovered areas dedicated to healing and growth.
I saw buildings that had these beautiful healing pools, and I was given the information that those were people who have died from traumatic deaths or very quick deaths, and they don't know that they're dead. They are taken to places like that, and they're gently brought to the awareness of what's happened. And I saw schools there, but these are not schools of science like we have here. These are schools for spiritual growth. You can go to spiritual college. I was also realized that babies and children who die, they are taken care of by angels and loved ones who are specifically trained to help these children grow. And they grow physically, but they also grow spiritually.
Miss Milliman then described the natural beauty and harmony she witnessed in this heavenly realm.
I saw rolling hills and valleys and places where our pets go. Animals, they run free, they roam free. Horses and cows and ducks and all of them. Everything has its own vibration, even the colors. If you imagine the colors of a rainbow, each color has its own vibrations. So when you take all of those individual sounds and you put them together, it was the most magnificent orchestra and choir I've ever heard, and everything was singing praises to God. It was just amazing.
During her NDE, Miss Milliman also realized the true simplicity of God.
I said, God, you are so awesome. And I kept saying this over and over. God, you are so awesome. And we human beings, we make everything so complicated, and you're not complicated at all. You're very simple. And it was like seeing these scientists with these chalkboards that are 10 miles long, and they have these equations that are 10 miles long to explain one little theory. That's not how it is. God was saying, that's too complicated. You guys make everything so complicated, and we do. It's really not that complicated. It's like God took this with this, put it together, and there you have it.
Miss Milliman also learned how small, simple, positive actions have a tremendous impact on our world.
It's the little things. It's the smile you gave to someone whose life was really a mess. The hand on the shoulder. It's the sharing your toys when you were little. It's the, here, you lost your sweater and you're cold. Here's my sweater. Little things you don't think would matter at all. That's the stuff that matters.
Miss Milliman's NDE taught her that each of us can truly create heaven on earth simply through our positive daily actions.
Heaven is no further away than your own backyard. It's no further away, and you can have heaven right here, right now. It's just a matter of your perception.
For those who may wonder if we truly live on after our physical life on earth, Miss Milliman shares this message with you.
I still looked like me. I still felt like me. I still thought like me. I was still me. The only thing that died was my physical body. I am not my physical body. You are not yours. We are souls that have spirits. And that is the part of us that lives forever.
Sharon Milliman provides insights into the true depth of God's love for each of us.
God loves you as if you were the only one He ever created. And He loves you so much that He thinks about you every single second of every single day. And He loves each one of us as if we were the only one He ever created.
Through her NDE, Miss Milliman understood that humanity's purpose on earth is to learn to love all of God's creation in the way God loves us.
The kind of love that we're here to learn how to do is the agape love. It's the way that God loves us, unconditionally, no strings attached. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to do anything to get it. He just loves you. He likes you, and He loves you. Period.
Thank you, Sharon Milliman, for reminding us of God's profound love for each of us, that our life is eternal, and that we all have the power to create heaven on earth simply through our daily thoughts, words, and actions. For more information about Sharon Milliman, please find her on Facebook at A Song in the Wind, SM, YouTube at Sharon Milliman, NDE.
Vegan, you have found the classy style.
Empowered viewers, thank you so much for joining us today.